Hey guys, in this video, I want to talk about finally customizing the aesthetics of our online store, our online website. This is where it gets a little bit more fun and interesting because we get to actually see our website come alive. So the first thing you want to do is go to online store here on the left side, which should automatically bring you to this sub tab, which is themes. It'll bring you to this page here. Then what it says here is current themes. This is the theme that our store is currently under. It's under the debut theme. I could customize this theme, and then later I can well, right now my website is on a password, right? So any customizations I do, people shouldn't be able to see it unless they have a password to my website. But I'll teach you how to unlock your website in the future. And also, in a previous video, I talked about just themes, both paid themes and free themes. When you select a paid or free theme, it should go here in your theme library. And you can customize that theme without actually interrupting your live website. It's not until you click publish does all the changes apply to your actual live website. So if I were to click publish right now, this venture theme would replace the debut theme. Okay, so they have this option so that you can edit your website without anyone seeing all the editing you're doing as you're doing it. You can edit it first and then publish it all at once. So I'm going to dive into the venture theme. You can choose any kind of theme you want, whether free or paid. I'm just going to do this free venture theme just so it makes it a little bit easier. And prior to this video, I downloaded a lot of free stock photos that I'm going to use for my website. I'm going to stick with the same example where I'm selling iPhone cases. So this is kind of the dashboard of what it looks like when you customize your website. It's pretty intuitive, but let me walk you through it. So up here, it tells you what page of your website you're on. You're either going to be on like a home page or maybe a product page, but usually you're going to be customizing your home page the most, right? And then the header represents this black section here. The slideshow, if you don't know what it represents, you could always click it, right? And it'll bring you to where it is. So if I go back, the slideshow represents this section here. As you can see, you can click through certain pictures, right? So that's what it means by slideshow. The collection list is a list of collections, which you see here. So this section here, there's a collection you could add here, a collection you could add here, a collection you could add here. And the picture that shows up right here is the picture that you attach to the collection when you created the collection. So in a previous video, I probably showed you how to create a collection, and you can upload a photo for each one of your collections. That photo represents that collection. And when you add that collection here, that photo is going to show up right here. And I'll show you what I mean in just a second. Featured collection is right here. So a featured collection features some of the products in the actual collection. So if I were to add a collection right here, right now it defaults to our home collection. So earlier I may have showed you a video about collections, right? And you'll remember that by default, when you sign up for Shopify, there's one collection already in there, and that collection is called the home collection. I know that doesn't really make sense, but there's a home collection, and that collection is automatically uploaded here. We can change that collection if we want. If there were products in that home collection, it would show some of those products here. All right, but usually I would reserve this section to illustrate some of our best-selling products. So I would probably add a best-selling collection right here as opposed to whatever this collection is. Right now it's called the home collection. We'll just delete that and change that later. I'll do that in just a second. And then after that, we have the image with text section, and that's literally what it is. There's an image, and then there's like a text right here. There's a header, and then there's some body text. You can really write whatever you want. I'll give you a couple examples of what I would use it for in just a second. And then here at the bottom is the footer, and you can do that here. So let's go through it. So first off, I'm going to add some cool pictures to my slideshow, some really big, exciting photos. I'm going to click slide right here. I'm going to click select image. Normally you would upload images right here, but I've already uploaded a few of them just to practice this video. So I'm going to choose this image, and then I'm going to click select. Remember, you have to upload it before you can select it, but I already uploaded it prior to this video. So as you can see, now I have this really cool big slideshow photo. It looks really sexy. It looks really aesthetically pleasing. I'm gonna go back now, and then I'm gonna add another photo. And if you click add slide, you can add more slides to this kind of slideshow on your homepage. Right now it defaults to only 2, which you can see right here, 1 of 2. So I'm just gonna add 2 photos, but technically you can make it 3 or 4 or whatever. And then I'm going to add this photo here because I think it looks pretty cool. So when someone comes to my homepage, generally they'll see one of these 2 photos. And sometimes, depending on the theme that you have, the photos will change all on their own. Like the slideshow will actually go into play, and it'll switch between pictures. So we're pretty much done with the slideshow section. All right, that was pretty easy. Now let's go to the collection list section. So I'm going to scroll down, right? Here it has room for 3 collections. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Oops. I'm going to click collection here. And then I'm going to select a collection. I've already created a couple collections, so I'm just going to click through them. I'm going to click first the bumper iPhone case collection. You'll notice that this photo is the photo I used when I created the collection. I added this photo to that collection. This photo now represents that collection. And I'm going to click select, meaning to save it, and then I'm going to go back. You'll notice that I chose a photo specifically with a white background so that when I uploaded it here, the photo looks kind of seamless, looks very professional, looks sexy, okay? So I'm gonna now go to the second collection. I'm gonna choose another collection that I have. I've added 3 collections, so I'm just gonna add all 3 of them. This is the external battery case collection. So I'm gonna do that. Again, has a white background, looks really sleek. I probably could have whited this section out if I wanted to make it even look better, but I'm not gonna go through all that trouble right now because this is just an example. I'm gonna click select, then I'm gonna go back. And then now I'm gonna add a 3rd collection. I'm gonna click select collection. I'm gonna choose my 3rd collection, which is the wooden iPhone case selection or collection. You'll notice this doesn't have a white background, so I would probably try to edit this photo or find a better photo, but just for the sake of time, I just chose this photo as my collection photo. So I have the bumper, the external battery, and the wooden iPhone case collections. They're all featured here. If someone were to go to my website and click on one of these, it would bring them to all the products in that collection. But right now, I don't have any products in any of these collections. But if I did, that's what would happen. Next, so far we did the slideshow, we did the 3 featured collections, and then now we're gonna go to this featured collection where it also shows some of the products inside. Because I don't really have the 4th collection, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna go back to, I'm gonna get out of here, right? I'm gonna click exit. Always save before you exit. I think if you forget, it'll ask you to save it. But anyways, I'm gonna go to products. I'm gonna go to collections. And I'm gonna change this. So this is the one that by default Shopify gives you, right? I'm gonna go in it. You can either delete it and create a new one, or you can just edit it. So I'm just gonna edit it to save time. I'm gonna call this best sellers, right? And then I'm gonna go down here. There are no products in this section. I'm gonna click add an image, and then I may use, I'm just gonna use this image. Actually, no, I'm gonna use this image, right? I'm gonna add that there. Sorry, my internet's kind of slow. And then after that, I'm just gonna go ahead and click save. Right, now I'm gonna go back to my online store, click online store, click themes. I'm gonna go down here. I'm working on the venture theme right now. It should tell you the last saved and it says just now. So it should tell you, generally the one that you were most recently working on will be at the top, I believe. And I'm gonna click customize. The reason I wanted to do that because I want to show you what it looks like. So now that, so you can see that by default, the featured collection, if I click on it, it's already selected the bestsellers collection. But if I wanted to change it to a different collection, like for example, I could click edit collection. Oops, no, I don't want to do that. I want to click change, I'm sorry. Click change. You could click remove collection, and then you could choose a different collection. All right, you could choose any of your collections. I want to choose bestsellers because I want on my homepage customers to come, they see my best-selling products because those are the ones that people generally buy. So I want them to actually see some of the products in the collection and not just the cover photo of the collection. So I'm gonna click that and I'm gonna put it back. Again, normally if there were products in this collection, it would show, you know, the first couple of products here, and you can change how many rows it is. Like if I could change it to 3 rows, right? So if there were more products in here, it would show 3 rows of products or 2 rows. I'm just gonna leave that 1 row right now. The reason you can't see the changes in rows is because there's no products. But if there were products, you would see that it would add more rows of products from this collection. So there we are, we're done with that. So just kind of imagine that there's products showing here, some of my best selling, some of my coolest iPhone cases, okay? And then here is the image with text section. I'm gonna click image with text. I'm gonna choose the image first, click select image. I'm gonna upload a new one. So I don't like any of these photos. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna choose this photo here, right? It takes a little bit seconds to upload. After it uploads, you're gonna select the photo, right? It doesn't automatically upload it. It just uploads it to kind of your library. I also forgot to mention that if you go to the free images section, Shopify has all sorts of free stock photos that you can use, and you can search it. Like if I search iPhone cases, you're going to notice that some of these photos are similar to the photos I use because these are the same photos on burst.shopify.com, burst.shopify.com. And I already went to that website, and that's why my photos look the same. So anyways, I'm going to select this photo, and then I'm going to click select at the bottom right. And then I'm going to use this section to kind of talk a little bit about where my, maybe where my phone cases come from, maybe where I source my products, maybe something about my shipping times, anything you want to add. So I'm gonna click text. I'm gonna add a title. We source from all over the world, and you can say we source our iPhone cases from all over the world. From I don't know, from vendors all over the world. And the reason I would probably write this is because this is gonna kind of let our customers know that, hey, we have products shipping from China, from Europe, and that's why sometimes our shipping times take so long, right? We're always trying to be transparent about why our shipping times are so long, giving, sometimes it's good to give some kind of excuse of why it takes so long. Also, by writing that we ship products from all over the world, it will explain why when someone buys products from us, that sometimes if they buy more than one product in one checkout, they're going to get those products at different times. So that's because, again, we've sourced products from all over the world. That's usually the excuse I give to let customer know, to set the expectation for customers that, hey, one, shipping times are going to take a long time, and number two, if you buy more than one product at once, they may not arrive at the same time. So, but really it's up to you what you want to write here, but that's what I would probably write here, something about sourcing products and maybe even about shipping times. So, that is pretty much it. If you click footer, if you uncheck this, then all of these things are going to disappear here at the bottom right. I'll try it right now just so you can see how they disappear. But I think the more details you have in the footer, the more details you have in the homepage, it's just going to make your website look more professional, build trust, and going to be more likely to convert and sell to your customers. So as you can see, I was able to customize pretty much my entire website in the matter of about 10 minutes. So as you can see, it's not that hard. It's not that difficult. It's actually pretty fun. And as you have more products, as you have more collections, as you have more cool apps, you can make your website look more and more professional and aesthetically pleasing. So with that, make sure to click save. And then if you want to publish the changes that you made, you're going to go back to exit. You're going to go down. You're going to go to publish, and then click publish. And there you go. You'll notice that now the venture theme is at the top. It no longer says debut, and all the changes you made are published live on your website. And if you actually want to see what your live website looks like from a customer perspective, you're just going to scroll to the top, and here at the top right, click view your store. And then boom, this is what my website looks like at the moment. Slideshow here at the top. You could click through the slideshow. 3 collections. A featured collection. If there were products in this collection, they would show up right here. So my best sellers, which I can choose myself, an image and a text, and then the footer right here. And that's pretty much it. All right, guys, I'll see you on the next video.